Okay, real question before we start. Are you listening to this while walking, cooking, or just hiding from the world for a few quiet minutes? Whatever it is, I'm really glad you're here with us.
That's a very Mia way to start. And yeah, welcome everyone. It feels good to sit down again and just talk like we're sharing the same calm space for a bit.
I love that feeling. I always imagine people listening from different places. Maybe a small kitchen, maybe a bus, maybe a bedroom late at night. And somehow we're all connected through this conversation.
That's the beauty of listening practice, really. English stops being just a subject and becomes part of real life.
Exactly. And that brings us so naturally to today's topic. We're talking about how to speak naturally in English, real American conversation, everyday fluency.
Which sounds like a big goal, but we're going to keep it simple. No pressure, no complicated rules.
Yes, no, you must sound perfect by tomorrow energy here.
Thank you. My stress level just dropped.
Before we go any further, quick reminder. If you enjoy natural English conversations like this, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us keep creating for you.
And it helps us justify sitting here and talking about language all day.
Very important reason. So then, when people say, I want to speak naturally in English, what do you think they really mean?
Most of the time, they mean they want English to feel easy. They don't want to translate in their head. They don't want to freeze. They want to just talk.
Yes, they want English to feel normal.
Exactly. Like something you use, not something you perform.
I love that word, perform. Speaking English shouldn't feel like being on stage.
It shouldn't. Real conversation is messy. People pause. They forget words. They say, and you know,
And they change their mind in the middle of a sentence.
all the time.
I think a lot of learners feel like they're doing something wrong if they don't speak smoothly.
That's very common, but smoothness comes later. First comes comfort.
Comfort before confidence.
Exactly. Confidence grows out of comfort, not the other way around.
That feels important. I hope people really hear that. Let's start very simply. What does speaking naturally actually look like?
It usually means using everyday English, short sentences, common words, familiar phrases.
Not big, fancy vocabulary.
Right. Native speakers don't talk in advanced words all day. They use high-frequency language. Things like, I funk, I feel like, it depends, I'm not sure.
Those are such comforting phrases.
They are, and they're incredibly useful.
I remember when I was learning another language, I waited for confidence. I thought it would just appear one day.
Like a notification.
Yes, congratulations, you're confident now.
Sadly, that never happens.
No, confidence came only after I started speaking, even when I felt awkward.
That's how it works. Practice creates confidence, not talent, not time, practice.
And practice doesn't mean hours of study, right?
Definitely not. Natural speaking comes from small, regular contact with English.
Little moments.
Exactly. 10 minutes of listening, 2 minutes of speaking, one sentence said out loud.
That already sounds more doable. Let's talk about listening first, because many learners don't realize how powerful it is.
Listening is the foundation. When you listen, your brain absorbs rhythm, tone, and structure.
Even if you don't understand everything?
Especially then. Not understanding everything is normal. It's part of the process.
I think that sentence just hugged someone.
Good. That's the goal.
When people listen to real conversation, they hear how English actually sounds.
Yes, real conversation includes pauses, repetition, and simple grammar.
And emotions.
Very much. Language carries feeling, not just meaning.
What about speaking? That's usually the scary part.
It is. Speaking feels risky. You make mistakes, you forget words, you feel exposed.
That voice in your head goes, "You sound silly."
And that voice lies.
It really does.
Everyone sounds silly sometimes, even native speakers.
Especially native speakers. One thing I love recommending is talking to yourself.
It sounds strange until you try it.
Yes, just describing your day, saying things like, "I'm making coffee," or "I need to leave in 10 minutes."
That's real English, high frequency language, things you actually use.
And no one is judging you.
Exactly. You can make mistakes freely.
Another great tool is shadowing,
Listening and repeating along with a speaker.
even quietly.
Yes, it helps you get used to the rhythm of English.
It's like dancing with the language.
That's very poetic, but accurate.
Let's talk about everyday fluency. What does that really mean?
Everyday fluency means you can handle simple situations without stress.
Ordering food, small talk, talking about your day.
Exactly. Saying how you feel, asking questions, reacting naturally.
That already feels like a big win. I think many learners focus on rare words
Yes, words they'll use once a year.
instead of phrases they need every day.
That's why it's better to focus on expressions like right now, at the moment, to be honest, a little bit.
I love how normal those sound.
Because they are.
I also want to talk about fear for a moment.
That's an important part of learning.
Fear of mistakes, fear of accents, fear of sounding wrong.
Accents are not a problem. They're part of who you are.
An accent means you speak more than one language.
That's a strength, not a weakness.
I've met so many learners who say, "I understand English, but I can't speak."
That's very common. Understanding comes first. Speaking follows.
So it's not a failure.
Not at all. It just means you need more speaking practice.
Curious, what about grammar? People worry about grammar a lot.
Grammar matters, but it shouldn't stop you from speaking.
Nods. You learn grammar better in context.
Exactly. Real conversation teaches grammar naturally.
Softly, that feels comforting.
It should.
Reflective. One small habit that helped me a lot was choosing one phrase per day.
Interesting. Go on.
Smiles. Just one. And I tried to use it in my thoughts, my notes, even messages.
Approving. That's a great strategy.
Softly, it made English feel manageable.
Nods. That word matters. Manageable.
Reflective. Learning English shouldn't feel like a burden.
It should feel like something you live with.
Smiles. Exactly. Softly. In the next part, I'd love to talk more about habits, motivation, and how to keep going even on bad days.
Smiling. The real life side of fluency.
Warmly. Yes, the human side. Softly. Okay, let's stay right there, because this is usually where real life shows up. Motivation drops, energy goes down, and suddenly English feels hard again.
Yes, this is the part people don't talk about enough.
Gentle. The days when you're tired or busy or just not in the mood to think in another language.
And those days are completely normal.
Smiles. Thank you for saying that. I think a lot of learners feel guilty on those days.
They do, but guilt doesn't help learning. Habits do.
Let's talk about habits then, because people always say, "I don't have motivation."
Motivation is unreliable. It goes up and down.
Nods, especially in adult life.
Smiles. Exactly. Habits stay when motivation disappears.
Softly. So the goal is not to feel motivated every day.
Calmly. The goal is to make English part of your routine.
I love the idea of minimum effort days.
Me too.
Smiles. Days when you do the smallest possible thing.
Nods. 1 minute of listening. one sentence out loud.
Softly, just enough to stay connected.
Agreeing, exactly, because stopping completely is much harder than continuing.
Gentle. I think many learners believe daily practice means perfect practice.
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
Daily practice just means showing up, even tired, even distracted.
Especially then. What about using English outside of study time?
That's one of the best things you can do.
Thinking in English while shopping?
Changing your phone language.
Talking to yourself while cooking?
That's how English becomes familiar.
Familiar is such an important word.
Because confidence comes from familiarity, not perfection.
I hope people really remember that. Some learners say, I understand English, but when I speak, nothing comes out.
That happens when speaking hasn't been practiced enough.
Understanding is silent. Speaking is physical.
Yes, you need to train your voice.
And accents. People worry so much about accents.
Accents are part of identity.
They tell a story.
The goal is clarity, not sounding like someone else.
Being understood.
Exactly.
Let's talk about mistakes again.
Mistakes are information.
I love that.
They show you what to learn next.
Not what you did wrong.
Right.
I remember saying a sentence completely wrong once, and people still understood me.
That happens a lot.
And I realized, oh, communication still worked.
That's a powerful moment.
It really helps you let go of fear. People also ask, how long does it take to speak confidently?
That depends on practice, not talent.
That's honest.
Confidence comes in small waves.
Little moments.
Saying a sentence without thinking, forgetting a word and not panicking.
Those moments matter so much.
They do.
I think celebrating small wins is really important.
That's how you build confidence.
What about practicing with other people?
Very helpful, if the space feels safe.
Safe is the key word.
If you feel judged, you'll stop speaking.
That's why friendly conversations matter so much. Even listening to real conversations helps.
Yes, you hear rhythm, tone, and how people react.
Smiles, like this conversation.
Exactly.
Softly, I want to touch on something emotional.
Reflective. Go ahead.
Gentle. Learning English can make people feel smaller sometimes.
Nodded. Yes, like losing part of your personality.
Softly, and that can be scary.
Calmly. But over time, you build a new voice in English.
Smiles. That voice doesn't need to be perfect.
Warmly. It just needs to be yours.
Reflective. Let's pause and summarize a little.
Calmly. Sure.
Softly. Practice every day, even a little.
Nodded. Focus on listening and speaking.
Smiles. Use English in real life.
Kindly. And be patient with yourself.
Reflective. When I imagine someone listening right now, I don't see a perfect student.
Softly. Me neither.
Gentle. I see a real person, maybe tired, maybe hopeful.
Calmly. Usually both.
Life is already full. Work, family, stress, and English somewhere in between.
Nodded. That's why the approach matters so much.
Reflective. English has to fit into your life.
Smiled. Not take it over.
Softly. In the final card, I want to talk about the future.
Curious. The realistic future?
Smiles. Yes, the kind that's built quietly, day by day. Okay, let's look a little ahead now. Not some distant, perfect future where everything is easy, but a very normal one.
Reflective. The kind of future most learners actually reach.
Nods. A future where English feels familiar.
Calmly. where you don't freeze before speaking.
Softly, where you don't translate every word in your head.
Smiled, and that future is built quietly.
Reflective. People often think confidence appears suddenly.
Thoughtful, like magic.
Laughs softly. Yes, one morning you wake up and boom, confident.
Chuckled. Sadly, no.
Calmly. Confidence is a collection of small moments.
Nodded. Moments like understanding a sentence without effort.
Softly, or speaking without apologizing first.
Receptive. Or realizing you made a mistake and didn't panic.
Gentle. Those moments are easy to miss.
Calmly. But they're real progress.
Smiles, and they add up. Reflective. I think it's important to say this clearly. You don't need perfect English to live your life in English.
You just need enough to express yourself.
Enough to be human in the language.
That's a great way to put it.
When learners stop chasing perfection, something interesting happens.
What's that?
They relax.
And when you relax, you speak better.
Tension blocks language.
Every time.
I want to say something directly to the listener, if that's okay.
Of course.
If you feel slow, stuck, or frustrated, you're not failing.
You're learning.
And learning is not a straight line.
Some days feel easy, some days feel heavy.
Both are part of the process. I love the idea of English becoming a companion, not a test.
That mindset changes everything.
When English is part of your day, music, thoughts, short conversations, it stops being scary.
It becomes familiar.
And familiarity builds confidence. Let's revisit a few expressions we use today just naturally.
Good idea.
We talked about how it's okay to make mistakes.
And how small habits help you keep going.
We mentioned using phrases you can use right away.
And how practice helps you build confidence.
And how learning lets you let go of fear.
Those are powerful tools.
If someone remembers just one thing from today, I hope it's this. Small steps count.
Daily contact with English matters more than intensity.
You don't need to rush.
You just need to continue.
What about you? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
How do you practice English in your everyday life?
As we start to wrap up, I just want to say thank you.
For listening.
For trying. For learning.
You're doing more than you think.
Thanks for being part of our little English journey.
Thanks for being part of our little English journey.
Wherever you are, have a wonderful day. Okay, that's a wrap.
You just wanted to say that, didn't you? See you next time.
If you liked this episode, subscribe, leave a like, and share it. It really helps our little studio grow.